Welcome to Linda's TV show. If it is your first time of stopping by or coming across my YouTube channel, you are highly welcome. Please, I beg you for this favor, click on that red button that says subscribe. Beside the red button is a notification bell. Turn the bell on so that anytime I upload a new video, you will be the first person to check it out. I appreciate each and every one of you who always come back to watch my videos. Like you know, I present news on daily basis to you. So after watching the video, you are free to criticize and leave your comment constructively. Share the video. Yeah, you can share it to your family, friends, anybody that you can, so that they themselves will be informed. Now I present to you another interesting or informative video which we are going to watch together. Yeah, I'm going to watch this video together with you. Then we'll come to the comment section.
On war and the bomb war that ended in 1970, Nigeria adopted a new systematic war against Biafra. Of course, some people will say everybody is being marginalized. Some people will say the Biafra people are being marginalized. And we have come to inform them that the fight for Biafra freedom is not because of marginalization. And the reason is because when you talk to them, they tell you it is not only Biafrans that are being marginalized, that every tribe is marginalized and complaining in Nigeria. So why do you want to continue to be part of a country where every tribe is complaining? Only one tribe is not complaining. Only one tribe. And that tribe was not even in Nigeria in the first place. They call them Fulani. Only Fulani are the people who are not complaining. Because naturally, they are Alekas. What our people call Aleka. Aleka is Ngwere. Ngwere that doesn't drink water. Fulani are like Ngwere. Ngwere is called lizard. Lizard that doesn't drink water. So if they see something to eat, they are very contented with it. Fulani are a tribe that never had any plan of development. So they are the only people that are not complaining in Nigeria because the agenda is not for them to become anything or to drink water. The plan of Fulani is not to drink water. They are Wangweres, lizard. They live like lizard that doesn't drink water. So when the people of Nigeria, the ethnic groups and indigenous people in Nigeria, they can no longer drink water, they are beginning to behave like Wangweres, like lizard, like Alekas of the nomadic people. It takes many years for people to not drink water and they will begin to complain. So when you touch this person, they tell you, I am not drinking water anymore. I am marginalized. So the marginalization here, I'm just using water, to do some illustration. They will tell you, it is not only Biafrans that are not drinking water. Well, the Yorubas are not also drinking water. They are complaining of water. The Middle Belt is also, the Hausa people are complaining of water. So why is it you, Biafra people, that want to leave Nigeria just because you are the one complaining about water? Other people are complaining too. So the question is, who want to continue to stay in a country that he cannot drink water? When you have come to understand that if you separate from these people, you will be able to manufacture something that will give you water. You will be able to drill something that will give you water. You will be able to make a machine that can produce water for you. So why do you want to continue to be in a country where other people are complaining, and because other people are complaining, they say you must complain with us. Let us die here together. We cannot die together in one Nigeria. That is why Biafra are leading the forefront of the dissolution of Nigeria by 2023. So I have given you an illustration of why the Biafra people are taking this lead to disintegrate Nigeria. Because we cannot agree to suffer like you. Whether Hausa people is marginalized and they don't want to complain is their problem. We are not only complaining about the marginalization. And let me tell you, it is not about marginalization. But let us even take it from the context of that marginalization. So we are saying that if you are very comfortable and with your complaint against Nigeria state, with your complaint against the establishment of Nigeria that makes you to complain and feel marginalized. And if you are comfortable with that, we must not have the same opinion with you. We are not comfortable. And the majority of Biafrans are not comfortable. So, and we are also not even, we don't even expect every Biafrans to agree with us. Those who are very comfortable with their suffering, with their sufferhead in Nigeria, they can also choose. And that is why it is very important. The world knows what we call the referendum, where people will vote either to be part of this sufferhead Nigeria or not. And as so far so good, the majority of Biafrans have adopted the exit of Biafra from Nigeria. And that is why everything we do, everything we order, they respect and they honor and obey it. So anybody thinking that what we are doing is out of line, what we are doing is against law, or what we are doing is against anything, the person is joking. What we are doing is the right thing. We are going to fight Nigeria. It is our right when they refuse to listen to us. And I want those who think that we are trying to stop democratic process. No, Nigeria themselves stopped democratic process in the first place. What we are doing now is only to help Nigeria destroy their evil democratic process. Nigeria started it. Do you know how they started it? Nigeria started destroying democratic process by killing the indigenous people of Biafra who went to demonstrate and exercise their democratic right to protest. They killed them. Nigeria state went to where IPOB members were praying in Biafra land and killed 150 of them. So they started the destruction of the democratic process and the democracy. And we are going to help them to end it in 2023. Democracy does not exist in Nigeria. It doesn't exist. Nigeria went to Lekki Toll Gate while Nigerians carried flag to show their civil right to demonstrate against the state for whatever reason. Nigeria killed them. It is just recent. On the 20th of this month, we'll make it 2 years. So, we need to refresh. A moment. So, when you talk about people or Biafra people decided that we have decided to not allow Nigeria to organize Nigeria election in Biafra land, we are not disturbing democratic process because democracy is dead in Nigeria a long time ago, before we even started this liberation movement, because we are now in liberation. So we are going to help Nigeria to destroy it by 2023 and then rebuild our nations and have our freedom from Nigeria. Now, this evening, I've just come to explain to you how stopping election in Nigeria, stopping Nigeria election in Biafra land is going to facilitate Biafra next year. That is what I have come here to explain to you this evening. I may not go into I may not explain a lot of things because there are those that are meant for only us and why we adopt and following this path. So if anybody asks you that you are trying to stop democratic process, tell the person that Nigeria itself has killed democracy. And what we are doing now is to destroy everything destroyable and get our freedom. And then we are going to adopt a true democratic system where you will have the right to protest, where you have the right to carry flags and all that and hit to the street if you feel you are being treated badly. I want you to understand that the Biafra we are talking about is a Biafra where people will take to the street like you see in Scotland today. I want you to understand that the Biafra we are talking about is the Biafra that you are right, just like the Scottish people are doing now, demanding for their freedom from the United Kingdom in the street of Endibong and all that. The Biafra we are talking about is a Biafra you can carry flag. If you feel that you want to be autonomy within the within the Biafra Confederation, you can protest. Now, when you come to Nigeria, I want to first of all give you example why we are going to stop Nigeria from exercising any democratic process in Biafra territory. I want to make it clear today that Biafra people will stop Nigeria exercising any democratic process in Biafra land. This is what they did to Biafra people who did not carry arms. They only went to pray, and the Nigeria state, they came there and they killed all of them. Here, we will bring you evidence to see the difference between democratic and non-democratic government. Minus 11 states from 36, it will give you 25. So already, you can conduct election with 25 states and still produce Nigeria president. Do you understand me? But for that to be possible, the president, whoever that is going to win in the election, must provide 25, must win at least 25% of the entire 24 states, which is not possible. It is not possible because the people in Yoruba land cannot give 25% of the vote, you know, in all states of Yoruba land to Fulani. The same thing happens to the north. The northern people, Fulani, cannot give 25% of every vote, every state to the Tinubu from the Yoruba land. Thank you very much, 26. So it is not possible. And let's even take it that it is not possible. And then also we'll come to look at it from the context that it is possible. So if it is not possible to get from a Yoruba man to get 25% of vote in the entire 24 remaining states, minus the Biafra territory, if it is possible, how will the politician in the state of Biafra react to that? Are they going to accept it? Of course, you know what the answer is. They will never accept it. They will never accept it because it is going to be a combination of both the opposition and the ruling party and the other political parties that are involved in the southeast and the south-south that made up Biafra land. So the politicians in this state who are now loggerhead against each other will never accept it. So it is not only us. We are now putting them by force into the struggle for Biafra. I want you people to understand the strategy we want to use. And I'm making this public because it has become imperative for you people to know from which angle we are coming from. So if Tinubu is declared a winner, every politician that is against Tinubu from Biafra land will rise up against it. If Atiku is declared a winner, every politician in Biafra land that is against Atiku will rise up and they will form alliance with Biafra. I want you people to understand that this is the only way to make Nigeria bleed for the pains they have caused us many years. So, whichever way, we are on the winning side. And if at the end of the day, they decided to vote without the Biafra territory, and nobody were able to win 24% of the state with at least 25% vote among this contestant or among this aspirant, that is an outright crisis. And from that crisis, new nation will emerge. And I'm only giving you this illustration from the Biafrans alone. From the context and the perspective of a Biafran. I have not even analyzed the Yoruba nation activities. I have not analyzed the Middle Belt from Otom, Governor Otom, Benue State people. I have not analyzed Kaduna crisis. I have not analyzed Jos crisis. I have not analyzed indigenous Hausa perspective. I am only giving you now Biafra, only Biafra perspective. And let me tell you, by the time the indigenous people in other parts of Nigeria hear how resolute Biafra stood against election, they are going to also rise up. And that is an extra. If they don't rise up, we are still winning. And if they rise up, it facilitates it even more. And I want you to understand, as it stands today, nobody is happy with Nigeria. All the things they do is patch. And they are only looking for opportunity to take the thing by themselves. And that opportunity will be created by Biafra people under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And IPOB autopilot will instigate it. I want you to understand that IPOB autopilot has become officially the liberation movement for the freedom of Biafra people from Nigeria. Every strategic things we have will be put in place. We have the plan and the roadmap. So I have just given you the example of what is going to be the outcome. Because when you listen to them, they say, oh, if you do not vote, Atiku will declare winner. Oh, if you did not vote, Tinubu will declare winner. Is that what you want? Oh, if you do not vote, P2B will not win. Vote P2B to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. P2B to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. How Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to be released, we know it. And we are not going to touch that sensitive part of the liberation. We know how he is going to be released. When we have crossed this bridge. That is if they have not released him before then. So we are not going to tell you how Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be released. But let me tell you, we know their plan. We told them that you release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu now. And if he's going to intervene, there is any political whatever solution, let him come and discuss with us. And let us listen to him. Then, at the dying minute, he will come to say, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, come and talk to them. Well, we can still listen to him. The only thing we are after now is for him to come out from there. Forget the other thing. Forget how he is going to talk to us. Forget how he is going to convince us. Forget how he is going to address us. Bring him out. But if you think that what we are doing now is something you know before, we will disappoint you. Biafrans will disappoint. People have died in this struggle. We are going to disappoint you. I want you people to understand the way people have been killed in the name of Biafra, just for freedom. They kill us without remorse. Today starts the beginning of the program of Asaba massacre. Biafrans were massacred in Asaba. Nigeria government and the Fulani, they didn't start killing us today. So today we are opening the Asaba massacre. That is why I dress like this. Some of you are wondering, why did I dress like this? I dress like this because today marked the beginning in remembrance of Asaba massacre. And now we are going to that program. Watch it.
The progress of the federal troops towards Asaba could be measured by the approaching sound of heavy guns and the rattling machine gun fire. Eyewitness account described 24 hours of ferocious shelling during which Asaba suffered its first casualties. Then the massacre followed. This video is inspired by the book entitled The Asaba Massacre, Trauma, Memory and the Nigerian Civil War, written by Elizabeth Baird and Fraser Otanelli. Welcome to Hispro Media. Approaching Asaba from along the Opanam Asaba Road, federal troops reached the outskirts of town on October 4th, where they overcame some Biafran resistance before occupying the grounds of St. Patrick's College later that day. This was the 2nd Division of the Nigerian Army led by Colonel Murtala Mohammed and Major Ibrahim Taiwo. At this point, many of the residents had fled into the nearby bush. Hundreds of people, including some who had first fled to the bush, men, women and children, gathered at the square wearing white attires signifying surrender and singing One Nigeria, and also some bearing gifts for the soldiers. Since there was a
the same thing they did in 1967, 1970, 1968, 1969 to 1970. They killed the people shouting One Nigeria in Asaba. They murdered them in their thousands. In 2020, after many years, Fulani Nigeria government still killed Nigerians who carry Nigeria flag and shouting One Nigeria at the Lekki toll gate. What have changed? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
A lot of anxiety, some refused to take part. Both traditional criers using guns and trucks equipped with loudspeakers were reportedly calling on everyone to join. The chief information officer from Benin City, an Asaba man named Frederick Conway, was aboard one of these vans. Since he was well known, the sight of him allayed the fears of many residents who then came out in their numbers. Others were ordered to take part after being pulled from their homes by soldiers. Celestina Izishe was a college student who returned home to Asaba at the instance of northern pogrom and the threat of war. Her father resided on one of Asaba's most beautiful estates at the time.
She returned as a result of northern pogrom. They were killing Biafrans in the north, even before the war started. So how long have they killed Biafrans for us to end this thing once and for all? That is why this generation of which Simon Ekpa is proud of, to be part of, will end the Nigeria criminality, corruption, and the evil entity by 2023. We are going to be the regeneration that will bring freedom to our people. And we are doing it. And we are going to do it next year.
Which was made of a large brick house and a number of outbuildings. The family, which consisted of our parents, younger brother Osi, sisters, and an older brother Emmanuel, together with his wife and little child, had felt generally secured back in their home. Her father was a powerful man, and the family had recently celebrated her brother Patrick's ordination as a Catholic priest. They were now hiding as shots started to hit their house. Osi and his friend Callistus, both students of St. Patrick's College, hid under beds. However, when the soldiers arrived at their compound, all hell broke loose. Osi and his friend ran out of hiding and were accused of being Biafran soldiers. They were shot one after the other as they approached a gathering of women who were on a forced dance outside the gate of the compound. About 4,000 residents took part and were led by elders from the community. Groups emerging from homes in the 5 Asaba quarters joined those who had congregated by a big tree on the Indebisi Road across from the High Court.
About 4,000 Biafrans participated. What does this mean? What it means is that on that fateful day, over 4,000 Biafrans were massacred in Asaba. That is what we are remembering from today. We are going to run this program on Asaba massacre today, tomorrow, and then on the 7th of this month, we are going to have a ghost town in entire Biafra land. And if you come out, that you have yourself to blame, because the Nigeria state are always there to kill anybody who tried to do what we ask them not to do.
St. Patrick's College student Christopher Upaya, who had already witnessed a friend from school die, was waiting anxiously in his home. After some time, the crowd at Ndevisi Road started dancing and singing One Nigeria, One Nigeria, One Nigeria. Along the major Ndevisi Road, the crowd passed the Catholic Church of St. Joseph. Any hope that this act of kindness would calm the troops was immediately dashed. As Upaya narrated, Federal forces flanked the marchers to prevent them from escaping, and other witnesses claimed they would also select men at random and have them killed in front of the crowd, as they did with Osi Isishe and his friend Kali.
Did you hear that? As far back as when this Asaba massacre took place, they were selecting men in their random and kill them. The same thing is going on today. That is why we said Biafra war did not end. Today, they are abducting our people from military checkpoint. They are abducting our young men from police checkpoint, and they are killing them. Does that suggest that the war have ended? No. What led to the SH0CKING protest? The people that paid the biggest price for SH0CKING were also Biafrans. They abduct anybody that is riding a nice car. They abduct any Biafran that have laptop. They kill them from checkpoint. Is that happening in the north? The answer is no. Do they even have military checkpoint in the north? The answer is no. Do they abduct Hausa Fulani people in?
Thank you so much, my wonderful viewers, for watching this video together with me from the beginning to the end. Like I said before, if you like what you see here, if you like what I do in this platform, as you have finished watching this video, please hit that red button that says subscribe and put on your notification bell to all notification. In that way, you'll be able to know when I upload a new video. Share my videos, leave your comments in the comment section constructively. Until I meet your way again in my next video, I still remain your Linda's TV show. Bye-bye.